beginning. He chose you from birth. That's why you are born now. You just have to grow and live in your destiny. This is exactly what happened to Moses. 2:1 says, a woman becomes pregnant. About this time, a man and woman from the tribe of Levi got married. The woman became pregnant and gave birth to a son. She thought he was a special baby and kept him hidden for 3 months. But at that time, all the Hebrew boy baby was going thrown in the river. There was command. But since he was special, his mother hid him and took care of him for 3 months until she couldn't hide him no more. So what she did was she put him in a basket, she waterproofed it, put him in the Nile River, and she let him go wherever he went. And the thing about it was his sister watched him the whole time though. The big sister watched him. So what happened was 2:5 says the Pharaoh's daughter was outside about to take a bath in the river. So she seen the basket, and when she looked inside, she seen the baby crying. The Bible says she felt sorry for him. This must be one of the Hebrew babies. As soon as she said that, the baby's sister came out and said, should I go and find one of the Hebrew women to nurse the baby for you? The daughter said, yes, do, the princess replied. So the girl went and called the baby's mother. Take this baby and nurse him for me. The princess told the baby mother, I will pay you for your help. The thing was, she sent him away and they coming back with money. God been sending y'all away, and now he come back with money for y'all.
All right, bro. You told me to do it, baby.
So the woman took her baby home and nursed him. Later, when the boy was older, his mother brought him back to Pharaoh's daughter, who adopted him as her own son. The princess named him Moses, for she was playing, I lifted him out the water, which also means, after all the boys been thrown in the water, I seen you. Since you were special, I picked you up and saved your life.
Yeah.
Verse 11. Many years later, when Moses had grown up, he went out to visit his own people, the Hebrews, and he saw how hard they was forced to work. During his visit, he saw an Egyptian beating one of his fellow Hebrews. After looking in all directions to make sure no one was watching, Moses killed the Egyptian and hid the body in the sand. It's the first time Moses stood up for somebody. It's also God do real things to you sometimes. He do some weird things. He make you do things you don't like. He make you see things you don't like to see. But you have to God. That's God. That's what he is. That's what he do sometimes.
Amen.
The next day when Moses went out to visit people again, he saw 2 Hebrew men fighting. Why do you beat up your friend? Moses said to the one who had started the fight. The men replied, who appointed you to be our prince and judge? Are you going to kill me and kill that Egyptian yesterday?
Wow.
Then Moses was afraid, thinking, everyone know what I did. And sure enough, Pharaoh heard what had happened. He tried to kill Moses. But Moses fled from Pharaoh and went to live in the land of Midian. Right there was Moses. He been living with the enemy for so long now.
Right.
He never tried to kill him. It's the first time he had encountered with the enemy. He tried to kill him now. But the thing about it, all them guards could have killed Moses. Never able to touch him. It's amazing. That's what happens when you're special. God protects you at all times. He will never leave or forsake you. When Moses arrived in Midian, he sat down beside a well. Now the priest of Midian had 7 daughters who came as usual to draw water and fill the water troughs for their father's flock. But some other shepherds came and chased them away. So Moses jumped up and rescued the girls from the shepherds. Then he drew water for their flocks. It's the second time he stood up for the people. But the first time he didn't get blessed for it. Now he's going to get blessed for what he did now. When the girls returned to real their father, he asked, why are you back so soon today? The Egyptian rescued us from the shepherds, they answered. And then he drew water for us and watered our flocks. Then where is he, the father asked. Why did you leave him there? Invite him to come eat with us. 21. Moses accepted the invitation and he settled there with him. In time, Reuel gave Moses his daughter, Zipporah, to be his wife. Later she gave birth to a son, and Moses named him Gershom, for he explained, I have been a foreigner in a foreign land. Years passed and the king of Egypt died. Now if you notice, Moses was adopted by the king's daughter. So therefore, the new Pharaoh now is Moses' uncle, if you think about it. Okay. So, but the Israelites continued to groan under the burden of slavery. That must mean that the new Pharaoh, Moses' uncle, he still didn't care about them. He still didn't care about his own people. Moses' own people, he still put them in slavery still. He could have stepped up at that same time. He could have stepped up and be a bigger man and say, stop the slavery now. He chose not to. It's okay though. They cried out for help, and the crowd rose up to God. God heard their groaning, and he remembered his covenant promise to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. He looked down on the people of Israel and knew it was time to act. God will never forget your prayers. He always see your cries. He hear your cries. He never forget you. He never leave you there. One day, Moses was tending the flock of his father-in-law Jericho, the priest of Midian. One day Moses was tending the flock of his father-in-law Jericho, the priest of Midian. He led the flock far into the wilderness and came to Sinai, the mountain of God. If you notice, his daily work was he lead the flock somewhere, take everywhere they want to go. That's a group of animals now. He been leading them in the wilderness for a long time by now. He already practiced what he's gonna do now for his future. You already practiced what he's gonna do for his future now. Right. And now it's hard to teach animals. It's hard to teach people than animals. Animals is harder to teach than people. Animals, you can teach them, but they still do the same thing back again. They're like a dog. It's not gonna learn that quick. There the angel of the Lord appeared to him in the blazing fire from the middle of a bush. Moses stared in amazement.
Come on, young brother.
Through the bush was engulfed in flames. It didn't burn up. This is amazing, Moses said to himself. Why isn't that bush burning up? Why is that bush burning up? I must go see it. When the Lord saw Moses coming to take a closer look, God called to him from the middle of the bush. Moses, Moses, here I am, Moses replied. God would appear to you in some weird ways. He would come to any type of point he want to. Not what you want to. He don't come what you want him to come. He come when he feel like coming. That's who God is. That's what he do. Do not come any closer, the Lord warned. Take off your sandals. You are standing on holy ground. I am the God of your fathers, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob. When Moses heard this, he covered his face because he was afraid to look at God. He was face to face with God. He was in the presence of God. He didn't know it though, so he found out who it was and he covered his face up. Maybe now he already seen God face to face already. Then the Lord told him, I have certainly seen the oppression of my people in Egypt. I have heard their cry of distress because of the harsh slave drivers. Yes, I am aware of the suffering, so I have come down to rescue them from the power of the Egyptians and lead them out of Egypt into their own fertility and spacious land. It is a land flowing with milk and honey, the land where the Canaanites, Hittites, Amorites, and Perizzites, and Hivites, and Jebusites now live. Look, the cry of the people of Israel has reached me, and I have seen how harshly the Egyptians abused them. Now go, I am sending you to Pharaoh. You must lead my people out of Egypt. Now the Lord is talking to Moses. Moses don't know who this man is. He never heard his name before. He's been living in Egypt. In Egypt, they worship idols. So it's his first time talking to God. He said you're going to lead them and take them to a land. But people are living in the land though, guys. Why you take them in there? Then now you got to feed people inside the land too. Just to conquer it. You give the land, but you got to conquer the land though. Because the fight was yours. Why? Because the devil will do anything and everything to stop you from getting your promised land. But the only way you can get your promised land is if you have faith and trust in the Lord.
Come on. Hallelujah.
But Moses protested to God. Who am I to appear before Pharaoh? Who am I to lead the people of Israel out of Egypt? He questioned God. He don't know what he can do right now. He questions his own powers of God. God answered, I will be with you. And this is your sign. I am the one who has sent you. When you have brought the people out of Egypt, you will worship God in this very mountain. He already said you're going to bring them out. He already said your future already. Just go ahead and walk it out, Moses. But Moses protested, if I go to the people of Israel and tell them, the God of your ancestors has sent me to you, they will ask me, what is his name? Then what should I tell them? God replied to Moses, I am who I am. Say to the people of Israel, I am has sent me to you. That's his identity. He told Moses who he really is now. That's my name. Tell them that's who I am. Whoever they ask, who is God? I am who I am. That's his name. All you need to know. God also said to Moses, say this to the people of Israel. Yahweh, the God of your ancestors, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob has sent me to you. This is my eternal name. My name is to be remembered for all generations. Now go and call together all the elders of Israel. Tell them the Lord, the God of your ancestors, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob has appeared to me. He told me I have been watching closely, and I see how the Egyptians are treating you. I have promised to rescue you from the oppression in Egypt. I will lead you to a land flowing with milk and honey. The land where the Canaanites, Hittites, Amorites, Perizzites, Hibis, and Jezebels now live. The elders of Israel will accept your message. Then you and the elders must go to the king of Egypt and tell him, the Lord, the God of the Hebrews, has met with us. So please let us take a 3-day journey into the wilderness to offer sacrifice to the Lord our God. But I know that the king of Egypt will not let you go unless a mighty hand forces him. So I will raise my hand and strike the Egyptians, performing all kinds of miracles among them. Then at last he will let you go, and I will cause the Egyptians to look favorable on you. They will give you gifts when you go, so you will not leave empty-handed. Every Israelite woman will ask for articles of silver and gold and fine clothing from her Egyptian neighbor, and from the foreign women in their houses. You will judge your sons and daughters with these stripping the Egyptians of their wealth. He told Moses, you're going to go before you leave, though. You're going to take some of their stuff too with you. But Moses protested again. What if they won't believe me or listen to me? What if they say the Lord never appeared to you? He's still questioning God. He still don't believe God. He still have confidence in God. He ain't God's presence still, but still not believing what he say though. God already showed one sign. He's still not believing though. He's important that you all remember the signs. Do not believe in the signs. Do not believe in it. Excuse me. Believe in the signs. But still, Moses didn't believe. He still questioned the Lord.
Many a time.
Then the Lord asked him, what is in your hand? A shepherd's staff, Moses replied. Throw it on the ground, the Lord told him. So Moses threw it on the staff, and it turned to a snake. Moses jumped back, and the Lord told him, reach out and grab its tail. So Moses reached out and grabbed it, and it turned back into a shepherd's staff in his hand. Perform this sign, the Lord told him. Then they will believe in the Lord, the God of their ancestors, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob really has appeared to you. Then the Lord said to Moses, now put your hand inside your cloak. So Moses put his hand inside his cloak, and when he took it out again, his hand was white as snow with a severe skin disease. Now put your hand back inside your cloak, the Lord said. So Moses put his hand back inside, and when he took it out again, it was as healthy as the rest of his body. The Lord said to Moses, if they do not believe you and are not convicted by the first miraculous sign, they will be convinced by the second sign. And if they don't believe you or listen to you even after that, these 2 signs, then take some water from the Nile River and pour it out on the dry ground. When you do, the water from the Nile will turn to blood on the ground. But Moses pleaded with the Lord, oh Lord, I'm not very good with words. I never have been. I'm not now. Even though you have spoken to me, I get tongue-tied and my words get tangled. Now you can future up once again. Lord, I can't talk. I don't know what to say. I can't remember everything you say. But look at me. I'm doing the same thing God said to do. But I can't. I'm still my words. I'm still doing it though. If you're obedient and do what God say. Then the Lord asked Moses, who makes a person's mouth? Who decides whether people speak or do not speak? Hear or do not hear? See or do not see? It is not I, the Lord. Now he got Moses back. But Moses again pleaded, Lord, please send anyone else. Then the Lord became angry with Moses. Now God's angry at Moses. Anything God could have killed him right there. He could have said, forget you then, get somebody else then. But God said, no, I'm still going to finish what I have to do with you. Then the Lord became angry with Moses. All right, he said, what about your brother Aaron the Levite? I know he speaks well. And look, he's on the way to meet you. Now, he will be delighted to see you. Talk to him and put the words in his mouth. I will be with both of you as you speak, and I will instruct you both in what to do. Aaron will be your spokesman to the people. He will be your mouthpiece, and he will stand in the place of God for him, telling him what to say. And take the shepherd's staff with you and use it to perform the miraculous sign I have shown you. Moses never said, okay, God, yes, Lord God, I'll do it, God. He just said, he just went ahead and did it. Right. So Moses went back home to Jericho, his father-in-law. Please let me return to my relative in Egypt, Moses said. I don't even know they're still alive. Go and preach, Jericho said. Before Moses left Midian, the Lord said to him, return to Egypt, for all those who have wanted to kill you have died. So Moses took his wife and sons, put them on a donkey, and headed back to the land of Egypt. In his hand he carried the staff of God. And the Lord told Moses, when you arrive back in Egypt, go to Pharaoh and perform all the miracles I have empowered you to do. But I will harden his heart so he will refuse to let the people go. Then you will tell him, this is what the Lord says. Israel is my firstborn son. I command you, let my son go so he can worship me. But since you have refused, I will now kill your firstborn son. On the way to Egypt, at a place where Moses and his family had stopped for the night, The Lord confronted him and was about to kill him. But Moses' wife Zipporah took a flint knife and circumcised her son. She touched his feet with the foreskin and said, "Now you are a bridegroom of blood to me." When she said a bridegroom of blood, she was referring to the circumcision. After that, the Lord left him alone. What happened right there was God was about to kill Moses' son because Moses' heart was not right still. He was still Egyptian in his heart. He was still the prince of Egypt in his heart. So just because of that, he's going to kill his son. But his wife man up though. She did a smart thing. She was like, circumcised his son, now he blood in me now. He not with him no more, he blood in me. He like me now.
Come on, Zay. Come on, brother.
Almost done. It's important that you believe in what God says to you. Don't be in God's face and walk away in unbelief. Don't leave God's face and don't have faith in what you're about to do. If you don't believe in God's words, then how can you free somebody else? Change your heart so you can change somebody else's heart. God is waiting on you to free his people because that is what you are born to do. Look at Moses. Moses had a hard heart, just like Pharaoh. So God had to free Moses so he could free his people. How can Moses free the people when he was still not free because Moses was a prince? God is going to free you first so you can free others. Amen.